The Undertaker reacts to news that a Hollywood actress is a huge fan. Damian Priest reveals that he was almost replaced at WrestleMania 37, and Batista opens up about his early days in WWE. What's up, everyone? I'm Jose G, and there's a lot to talk about in today's Sportskeeda Wrestling WWE News Roundup. Never miss brand new content by liking, sharing, and subscribing to our YouTube channel. The Undertaker reacts to news that a Hollywood actress is a huge fan. The Undertaker recently reacted to the news that Hollywood actress Margot Robbie is a fan of the Phenom. In a recent interview, Robbie revealed that she was a fan of The Undertaker growing up. Speaking to Entertainment Tonight, the dead man reacted to it, calling her one of the hottest actresses in terms of her on-screen performances, saying, quote, "Obviously, it's extremely flattering. She's one of the hottest actresses out there in terms of what she's putting out in her movies and that whole series. It's always cool to see people from different genres that are fans, because sometimes you forget that you're also a form of entertainment, and so people from different genres are fans of things too. I would have never placed that one, but I thought it was really cool that she mentioned that," end quote. When asked if the Australian actress would make a good fit for WWE, he was affirmative that she could hold her own in the squared circle. Further in the interview, The Undertaker revealed that a return to the ring is not going to happen. He stated that he has dedicated more than half of his life to the business and that he wouldn't want to cheapen the legacy of his character. He added he'd hate for people to pay to see him work and be disappointed. The Undertaker recently starred in the interactive horror movie on Netflix alongside the New Day titled Escape the Undertaker. The Prince of Darkness certainly looked thrilled to don his persona once again, and we might see him in more movies in the future. WWE Superstar slams fans in a heated rant. Mustafa Ali has lashed out at WWE fans for dancing with Brock Lesnar after the event of Money in the Bank 2019. Ali is dubbed by many as one of the most underutilized guys on the WWE roster. The former Retribution leader has expressed his anger over the way he has been booked on multiple occasions. On the latest edition of WWE's The Bump, Ali didn't mince his words while letting out his raw feelings. He touched up upon his injury in early 2019 that eventually resulted in the birth of Kofi Mania. He also took a jab at Brock Lesnar and vented at the WWE Universe for getting behind him after his Money in the Bank win in 2019, saying, quote, "I got the Money in the Bank spot, right? And then Brock Lesnar, a guy that's not even in the match, comes out and just pushes me off the ladder. Where's the hashtags for that? You mentioned one person did a hashtag Justice for Ali. Listen, I'm that same guy that back from a serious, almost career-ending injury in weeks, and all I heard was Kofi, Kofi, night in and night out. And yeah, I moved on. Same thing in Money in the Bank. The next night, they were dancing with Brock Lesnar. Where was Justice for Ali then?" End quote. Clearly, Ali is frustrated over how he has been treated in WWE over the last few years, and it seems that anger is now coming out from Mansoor. The 2019 Money in the Bank ladder match was a hard-hitting spectacle. The final moment saw Ali attempting to retrieve the briefcase when suddenly Brock Lesnar's music hit and came out the Beast Incarnate. Lesnar made a quick work of Ali and climbed the ladder to unhook the Money in the Bank contract. Ali is all set to face Mansoor in singles action at Crown Jewel. Meanwhile, Brock Lesnar will take on WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns on the same night. Damian Priest reveals that he almost was replaced at WrestleMania. United States Champion Damian Priest teamed up with Bad Bunny to take on the team of The Miz and John Morrison. In a surprising turn of events, they ended up beating Miz and Morrison while also receiving widespread critical acclaim for their performance. In an interview with SuperLuchas.com, the Archer of Infamy discussed the details of his road to WrestleMania 37. He stated that there were plans initially to change Bad Bunny's partner for the event, but Triple H and Bad Bunny pushed for him to keep his spot, saying, quote, "On Raw, they told me that maybe they were going to change Bad Bunny's partner, but one of my bosses, Triple H, said that he absolutely does not. And then Bad Bunny, he told them himself that he wanted to work with me. That was great," end quote. Priest and Bunny put on a fantastic match against The Miz and John Morrison, with many widely regarding it as the best celebrity match in WWE history. Ever since making his debut on the main roster earlier this year, Damian Priest has been undefeated in singles competition. He defeated Sheamus at SummerSlam to win the United States Championship. He defeated the likes of Sheamus, Jeff Hardy, and Drew McIntyre to retain his title. With Hardy and Sheamus drafted to the SmackDown brand, and McIntyre being involved in a feud with WWE Champion Big E, it looks like Priest will be looking for a new challenger. If live events are of any indication, he's likely to be involved in a rivalry with Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins, as he defeated them both in a recent live event to retain his title. Amidst rumors of his departure, Owens could be used by WWE to elevate Priest to a higher level. We are yet to see an interaction between the two on Monday Night Raw, and it could quite possibly be via an open challenge, just like it happened at the said event. Bobby Fish reveals all about his WWE release. Bobby Fish is excited about the opportunities that have been presented to him following his WWE release. The former Undisputed Era member Bobby Fish was the latest guest on Insight with Chris Van Vliet to discuss his pro wrestling career and what's next for him in All Elite Wrestling. When asked about his WWE release, Fish revealed it was the same kind of phone call that everyone else gets. Now, he is looking forward to exploring brand new opportunities, saying, quote, "It was a phone call, the same ones that everybody gets. It's just that it is what it is. The beauty of it is that now there are all these opportunities, and it's about figuring out what one's worth taking and see where it goes," end quote. Now that Bobby Fish's 30-day non-compete contract has expired, he's found himself working for Major League Wrestling before announcing that he had signed a contract with AEW last week. Fish spoke highly of MLW and thought it was a great place for him to get back into the swing of things. While Bobby Fish is contracted with All Elite Wrestling, that hasn't stopped the two companies from doing business together, so it wouldn't be surprised to see more of Fish on future MLW shows. Batista opens up about his early days in WWE. WWE Hall of Famer Batista has opened up about his early days at the company, revealing that he didn't fit in and the atmosphere in the workplace was very toxic. The Animal made his main roster debut in 2002 and went on to attain a lot of success, capturing multiple championships and wrestling top names such as John Cena and The Undertaker. The former WWE champion later made the transition to acting, becoming a major Hollywood star. Speaking to Lauren Larson of Men's Health, Batista stated that WWE didn't know what to do with him early on in his career and he wasn't liked by some people backstage, saying, quote, "I couldn't get comfortable. People didn't like me. I was doing something wrong. The company wasn't going to do anything with me. They didn't know what to do with me. They didn't know where I fit in. It was just a very toxic atmosphere. Wrestling is very competitive. It's very cutthroat. You're put in a position where you have to posture up all the time, and it's exhausting," end quote. Batista is a renowned name in the professional wrestling and film industry. His most popular role on the big screen is playing Drax the Destroyer in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The Animal discussed his transition into acting by stating that he wanted to make a name for himself outside of wrestling so people could see him in a different light. Batista had his last match at WWE WrestleMania 35, where he collided with the Game Triple H in a no-holds-barred match. Thanks for watching today's Sportskeeda Wrestling WWE News Roundup. For more exclusive content that you never want to miss, you gotta subscribe to our YouTube channel and smash that notification bell so you never miss whenever we drop brand new content. Follow us on all social media and download the Sportskeeda app for the most up-to-date stories in the world of wrestling.